The moon, a satellite of the earth, said to reflect the light of the sun. We all know the sun's light is hot, but how many of us have figured out that moonlight is cold? That's right, it is demonstrably colder in the moonlight than it is in the shade. But how can this be, if the lunar surface indeed reflects the light of the sun? Perhaps a better question would be, why didn't we learn about the coldness of moonlight in school? Could it be that the authorities hadn't noticed this one fact about the moon? Unlikely. My research has me thinking, more than likely, there's a deeper reason. Consider that before and during the Apollo missions, many felt NASA could never make it to the moon, and indeed, it really did seem unlikely. Consider the belts of intense radiation said to surround the Earth, which the Apollo astronauts would have had to breach en route to the moon, and which would have had blasted them with intense dose of highly energized radiation. Consider the countless photos released by NASA found to have obvious flaws in them, such as intersecting shadows, notwithstanding minor flaws such as obvious cut and paste. Consider that the reflectivity of the lunar surface as presented in the Apollo footage is way too dim, and as such should be washed out with light. If nothing else, consider that since the last of the Apollo missions traversed the 700,000 kilometers to the moon and back in 1972, no human has been more than 600 kilometers up. The authorities have clearly lied, set themselves up as astral priests, and in Apollo's name attempted to enforce the heliocentric theory. But we can see through the BS, and we're not having it anymore.